Hello and welcome to the show. Today I am going to be playing some Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, a game that I very much enjoy. Now, there are a lot of random crappy simulators that are just trying to be joke games that come out, and certainly there's a 2014 version of this game, and having another game sort of the next year, there is a concern that this was just going along the lines of, you know, kind of just being a simple, boring, maybe add a couple of things to the game that was out last year. But this is a proper decent size update. There is a hell of a lot more to it. First of all, there are a lot more cars. As you can see here, I've got two different cars on the stands. If we go into our phone, this is where we get various jobs from. There's another three different types of cars. Two of them we can't quite get to. I think there's something about 16 or 17 different types of cars, all with admittedly they often share engine. I mean, these two here have got pretty much the same engines, I think. I'm pretty sure these two have got the same engine. I think there's about 3 or 4 different types of engine, but all the different cars, and there is just a lot of detail to this game. Everything about this is there's just that little bit more detail than there was in the previous one, and I really do quite like this game. It's much like Euro Truck Simulator. It's a game that I can spend loads of time playing without really thinking about it, and to some people that might not really understand quite why you would. I mean, it's not the same sort of exciting, action-filled time that you'd spend with other racing games or other RPGs or shootings or whatever games it is that you like to play. It's not massively action-packed, it's just good fun, it's relaxing. You can spend an hour or two just fiddling around with cars and so on, and yeah, it is very, very good fun. Right, the first thing we're going to get started with the most hideous... I mean... The colours of cars, when I did a stream on this game a little while ago, we had some really ridiculous colours of cars. But I mean, these two I think are probably the worst I've seen so far. Why would you buy this colour brown, and why on earth would you buy this faded red? It's hideous. Right, I spot some rust. We're going to have to... That's definitely coming off. Right, it works in a similar manner of the previous game. The cars come into you, and you have to replace the faulty parts. Now, early on at this stage, I'm still getting lists of the parts that are broken. I believe when you progress further, it won't necessarily give you a list. You will have to go through the various testings. We've got a test track out here that we can go to, which I will show you later at some point. You can actually own cars. I'm assuming, I haven't got to this stage yet, I'm assuming you can buy cars at auction that are all beat up, and then you can do them up and store them in your own garage, which is a pretty neat system. And when we if we do this, can we get... yes, we can bring out the menu. There's a paint shop, there's a test path as well for some other stuff, so some of the cars later on won't tell you what the faults are. You've got to use various testing methods to figure out what the problems are. Now, one thing that you will notice different already, I know that we've got to get rid of this. The parts themselves sort of show damage, if you like. It's basically how much rust is there on it, and if it looks like that, it means it's got to come off. So in this case, we are getting rid of the ABS pump, and by the looks of it, some of the brake, I think there are calipers down there. Admittedly, at times it can get a little silly with the amount of rust. Again, people who watched the stream would have seen some. There was one car that was atrocious. I don't think these two are too bad off. Now, this has actually got quite a nice engine over there. But there are some real horrible rust buckets that get taken into your garage. What was it that we actually needed to do on here? ABS pump, caliper, disc, and pad. So that one there was shot. That one there looks like that's the one that the disc needs changing, as that side there is pretty clean. Okay, we will go down here. Again, it plays very similarly to the previous one, where you can look at the separate parts. You spin the camera around using the WASD keys, which confused me for a little while. I keep wanting to sort of click and drag around with the mouse. You will get the hang of it eventually, and then you use the mouse to undo the various parts. Oh, it looks like you've got some fancy brake pads on your car. It's just a shame about the ruined brake disc. Right, and then it was calipers and pads, I'm guessing. Oh, judging by the fact that looks like it's got rust all over the pads as well. Oh no, it's just the caliper. Oh no, the pads look pretty crappy as well. Yeah, they're going to come off as well. That disc there looks... I mean, there's a little bit of rust. You can see a little bit of wear, but that can stay on there, and then we will come around to this side and get rid of the rest. This is a nice, simple job, I have to say. To start with, this is quite a nice simple one. and then we check off the calipers, and that's all the bits that have been that I need to take off the car that need to be replaced. Now, you go over to the computer and you buy the parts, and then you replace them on the vehicle. Some parts, I believe, can be repaired. I don't think any of the things that I have can be. So some parts, rather than buying brand new ones, you can repair certain parts. I don't think there's anything else I can do over here. I don't know, I've never explored. But yeah, you go over to computers to buy new parts, but I'm going to buy an upgrade. Every 1000 XP, you can have one upgrade. So the first thing that I got was the fast unbolting. So it is much quicker, much quicker to get the part. Otherwise, you just spend a long time prattling around, basically, with undoing stuff and so on. But the second one that I'm going to get is the tablet, that I believe means that I now no longer have to run all the way over to the computer. So I can stand by here, press T, and it brings up our little menu, so we can go and buy the things that we need. So we needed an ABS. Oh crap, which one? Was it the pump or the module? I've just momentarily forgotten. It was the pump. Right, we'll bring that back up. Can we... Oh, we've got to look at the... Oh, that's Y key. I see what I'm doing, honestly. It was the ABS pump. We needed a... Oh... Did we need... Was it a brake disc or was it a vented disc? I should probably check. Oops. What have we got? What do we got that's broken? It was just a normal disc. So a normal disc, a caliper, a normal disc, 2 calipers, and a set of brake pads. Right. So we then want a normal disc, 2 calipers, and a brake pad. There we go. That's all of the parts that I needed to fix this vehicle. And then we click on the things. We go to assemble mode with the 2 key. We can go to examine mode so we can so we can see the condition of the various parts. But of course, I need an electrical meter to have a look at the battery. You will need, for some of the suspension parts, you need to actually take it out on a drive before it will show you the condition, and so on and so forth. Whoopsie, I pressed the wrong key like a fool. Okay, so... Oh, I clicked on the suspension by accident. ABS pump can go back on. We'll put the module back on as well. Oh, all the little screws. Of course, I mean, it's not the sort of the perfect simulation. There's sort of like there's no sort of wires and fuel lines and so on. But there's plenty of detail on the insides, sort of the engine bays of these cars. And when we come around to the sides, there is plenty of detail on this game to keep you interested, to keep you busy with the various parts that have to be taken apart and so on. And it's just everything is just like, there's a little bit more to it. There's more parts than the previous. I'd definitely recommend this one over 2015. And if you have over 2014, if you have 2014, it's definitely a worthwhile upgrade because there is a lot more in the way of parts, a lot more to do on the cars, and the cars have a lot more complicated problems, as we will see in a minute. Stick on the brake calipers. There we go, and I think that's that corner done as well. The other thing that I like about it is that there is no sort of set order for jobs. One of the problems I had with the previous version of this game is there was a job that bugged out for me, and I couldn't complete it, which means I had to start the entire thing again. Whereas on this, if there's a job you just don't fancy doing or whatever, you can just cancel it and you can go and get a new one. There's no set order for jobs, so it's quite nice. You can choose what cars you want to work on and what jobs you want to be doing, and that would be this car pretty much finished. Woohoo! We have done our first vehicle. Fairly straightforward sorting out. There we go. Yeah, oops. No, I didn't want to. I meant to put the bonnet down. Sorry, you can have that back. There we go. Right, that is that car completed. So we press O, we press finish job. Hey, we've earned $2,300 from that. Admittedly, of course, I spent $1,200. Most of that on the bloody ABS thing. Finish the job. Each job gives you around about 100 XP. And for each action you do, you get XP as well. So for everything, I'm not sure if it's every part you take on and off, you get an extra 1 XP. It's something like that. Which is a little bit of a shame in that the longer, complicated jobs that we're about to come up against now reward you the same as the quick, easy ones, which tends to mean that you stick to doing the quick, easy ones. But that's about the only criticism I've got of this game at the moment. Right, what were we doing to this car? We have all of the problems. We have front drive axle, outer tie rod, shock absorber, Suspension arm. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, you're going up on the lift. Now we can play our fun game of spot the rusty bits. And that's the stuff that is going to have to come off. Right, what bits are rusty? What bits are rusty? Not on that side. Aha! This side is horrible. That side, that side over there is fine. They've not done any damage to that. Just over here, it is a mess. Okay, it looks like we have got... yeah, that would be the drive axle that we needed to get rid of. Right, can we... Ah, right, okay, there we go. Sorted. Right, wheel. You will take the wheels off many times. many times will the wheels be coming off various vehicles. Okay, so we need to get rid of... Actually, a new helpful technique that I've decided, or I've been using recently, is make sure you clear your inventory out after each job. It makes things so much bloody easier for searching through parts and so on. It's a real pain in the ass when you just have random... I don't know who's buying all of the random crap that's worn out, but yeah, when you've got all the random parts, trying to figure out what that single part was that you were missing to complete a job is so much easier when there's only the parts from that one car that you're working on in your inventory. Get rid of the outer tie rod, that can go. This also looks like the side with a wheel, what's it called in there, that looks in horrible condition. Oh, get rid of that. That suspension shock absorber doesn't look fantastic, but I don't think it was a front shock that needed doing anything. That has to be examined fancily. On equipment that I don't have, we need to get out the wheel hub bearing. So that's that side, I think, done with everything that needed out. It's now on. It's around towards the back that was worse off, condition-wise. Okay, this side. Yep, we've got to get rid of that. The other side of the car looks relatively good, I think. So get rid of the wheel. I think we have the spring cap there, the shock absorber cap, sorry, off there. Suspension arm, that has to come off. Right, what else was it that we needed? Was it an actual shock? I don't think it was an actual shock absorber. Okay, front drive axle, outer tie rod, yes. Shock absorber, yes. Suspension, yes. No, don't know where that is. Wheel hub bearing, I got one of them. Outer tie rod, we're going to get one already. Don't know. Front sway bar end link, that's what I did get. So it's a rubber a rubber bushing somewhere is poorly. And the problem is I don't know quite where. Maybe it's on the other side that there's a poorly rubber bushing. Are you going to be covered in rust? Are you going to be helpful? No, you're not. You're going to be inside the car. Bugger it. We're going to have to take the wheels off. Would be helpful if it told me if it was a front or rear one that was the problem. Is that an issue thing? I don't know. That looks pretty decent, I'll be honest. Yeah, that one there seems okay. Maybe it's a front one then? Maybe they're hiding one in the front somewhere that I can't quite see. That's all part of one thing. The wheel off. Let's have a scooter. I don't know if there is one in the front of the vehicle. I can't remember seeing one around the fronts of the vehicles. Maybe it was the one at the rear this side then. I mean, it makes sense if it was at this side. I'm just trying to spot the rusty bits. That's the that's the way to do it. Are you the thing that we need to do? Let's just have a look. No, you're fine condition wise. Nah. Damn it. I don't know. I haven't taken one out by accident that I need. Okay. So we have drive axle, hub bearing, shock absorber thing, suspension arm. I'm missing something here. Drive axle, we've got tyre rod. We have that. We have that. We don't have that. We have that. And we have them. I don't know which rubber bushing are we. Which one? Arse. Examine it. Alright, I'm going to go and buy the parts that we needed anyway. So, drive axle C, that's the one that we need. Drive axle C, tie rod, sway bar link end. Okay, let's bring this up. Everything is all nicely sorted with different categories. There's even a search bar for you if you need to have a look through. It was a drive bar thing. It was an outer tie rod somewhere. We'll try and remember this all. We needed sway bar, front link, and that one. We needed rear but I can't remember if it was A or B on that one. Was it A or B? I think it might have been... Oh, it was upper arm. Okay, fine. Upper arm. Either way, I've better check rather than having rear suspension, upper arm. Yes, and we needed for that shock absorber cap and wheel hub bearing. So it is. Oopsie, that's the wrong key. I will get the hang of this eventually. Rear spring thing, wasn't it? Rear shock absorber cap, and I've completely forgotten the other pissing thing that that was needed. I forget stuffs. Was that it? Oh, wheel hub bearing. That was the other thing that we needed. And all the way down here somewhere should be that. Okay. Now we put it back together again, and we find out what bloody thing we've missed. Where, I don't know where on earth it would be. Right. Okay. We don't want to assemble that bit. Are they separate? Are they separate bushings from the rest of the stuff? They are. Bugger! It could be one of them, couldn't it? Does there any that look in horrendous condition over here? That's how we're working it by. Spot the rusty bits. That one. Yes, that looks like it. That looks a crappy one. Haha! Found it! Spotting the rusty bits works, and then we need to buy another one of them. I'm assuming it's just a normal one. Go for it. Haha! Sorted. I knew I'd find you eventually. Right, assemble mode. Did we have anything else to do over here? I can't remember. Oh, we had the top spring thing. Occasionally it can be a little hard to see what bits need to go on where. Like, it's very easy to miss out a bit with these outlines. Think that a bit's there when it isn't, or just not see an outline because there's lots of different outlines around. It's only occasionally, though, only a couple of parts does it ever really gets too much of a problem. And you can't send a car out when it's uncompleted. So if you put the bits back together again and you think you've finished it and you haven't, the game will not let you send the car out without it being completed, and it'll tell you what part it is that it's missing. Right, assemble you. You can go in there. Found the cheeky bugger, and I think that was it for this side of the car, wasn't it? Yeah, sure. We'll go with that, and we'll see what bits we have left in our inventory when we're done with it. This was a little bit more of a complicated job. It's still not the most complicated ones I've seen. A lot worse than this for finding of parts. Did I have anything this side? I don't think I did. I think we were all clean this side. There are some that require loads and loads of bits. There are more complicated jobs again that I haven't unlocked yet that have multiple faults. Like this one here is all running gear faults, whereas that one over there was all brakes. The stuff I'm getting at the moment has it's just a collection of, like, it can have lots of parts wrong with it in, say, the running gear section or the brake section and so on. But it's all within that section. I haven't got to the stage where the car has, like, engine faults and brake faults and running gear faults and so on. I'm assuming that'll come at some point and then be very difficult, or very time consuming is perhaps the better way of putting it. It's not massively difficult, this game. It's not sort of it's not ridiculously challenging like some games are. You just have to find the right bits, and you just explore around these quite nicely made models of cars. It's just relaxing and good fun. Right, we'll put on these final bits, and then I believe that is that car completed. Indeed it is. And finished the job. Fantastic. We're up to $9,000 in our bank account. Let's see what jobs have come in. Oh wait, we're going to decline these, weren't we? I forgot to get rid of them, see if we get any more interesting. I believe a new car came out for this, like, today or yesterday as a free DLC. This thing here, I believe, came out for it. That I've got nowhere near enough of the XP to get for it. Okay, well, we might as well do these two cars. Brake system needs fixing. Well, that's not too bad. And loud when Are you sure you haven't just left your son to take out some silencers from the exhausts? Is that what's going on with that car? We'll take that one. Loading times can be a little bit long, but once the car is loaded into the garage, there's no other loading times. Oh, a sensible coloured car. Right, we will put you on. Sure, you can go over there, and then we will get this other car in. This seems like a lovely, simple job to get me some XP. Yeah, this is just how it works. I will tend to decline all the more complicated jobs at the moment just to get some quick XP. Oh, we've got two sensibly coloured blue cars. You can go on the other lifter. Sure. Right, this is where I find all the brake system is broken on this vehicle. Oh no, it's pretty simple. Brake caliper and vented discs, that's going to be fronts, I assume, and the ABS stuff has got to has got to come off. Yeah, I don't quite know how such a nice modern car has a ruined ABS system already, but you know. In fact, look at how shady the engine is. Look at it. It's actually, this is a turbocharged car and everything. I've not seen one of them before, I don't think. I have seen one of these cars in the workshop. I never noticed it having a turbocharger. Oh, that's cool. There's a lot more detail in these engines. If we if we stick it up on the lifter, I will show you. I don't remember there being these sort of details in the first one. If we go under, I'll have to drain all the oil. But there's like you can like get into the sort of the proper internals of the engine, camshafts and bearings and piston and all of that kind of thing going on in here that I'm pretty sure wasn't. At least if there was, I never got far enough to see all of it. But there's loads and loads of different parts for each of the vehicles. This side here looks like the a problem side for this car. Get rid of all of you, just judging by the rust. I was hoping we were going to have the caliper and the disc problems on the same side, but no. So we'll get rid of that disc. We will put you back on the floor. Okay, spot the rusty bits. Are you rusty? No. Are you rusty? Yes. But I've seen worse. Oh, okay, that's going to be the one. The rest of it's all nice and shiny. Yeah. How this car has ruined, how it's ruined brakes on either side, I don't know, but it has. It's a problem car, this one, it seems. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be a Maserati. I think it's supposed to be the Gibble, which I do quite like. Right, well, we're going to get rid of. It was the ABS module as well on this one. This is going to be an expensive one to bloody fix with these ABS parts, and that can come off. ABS pump can come off as well. Right, and then it's just nice and simple. Into here we have, oh yeah, this one's going to cost them a fair bit, and it was a caliper and a vented disc. There we go, nice and easy, nice and quick this one. Nice and quick car to fix this one. We can do plenty of jobs like these. And they've got many screws, many tiny screws. This is why it's so useful to have the fast bolting of stuff. Makes it so like this is like probably a third or 3 times quicker, sorry, than the standard sort, and with things like that have so many bolts, it's very nice and useful. Right, brake caliper, you can have the one that was on there before. It's all done with the with the Maserati. I haven't done the exhaust yet on that we're going to have a look at on the next car. I'm assuming that's going to be a fairly simple, quick and easy fix as well. And assemble mode. Got to remember to put it in the right mode. And I think we're going to be good for finishing off you. There's lots of different just to think about putting on wheels. There's lots of different, certainly for when you get your own cars. If we go in here, see, we'll press the right button again. You've got lots of options for bodywork stuff and so on, but you've also got plenty of options for wheels for people who like that kind of thing. I tend not to really care that much for wheels and sorts, but it's just lots of little details that make this game fantastic. I mean, it looks really good as well. It looks really well made. So the first game surprised me with how well it looks, but I think this one's an even better looking game. It's a really good, nice looking game. That's $10,000. Fantastic. Have you got any interesting jobs? Any new cars that I can show off? Oh, we can. Okay, I'm just going to spend forever playing this game. I haven't had one of these either. Let's take that job. Oh, there's like an estate car one. I haven't seen that. Bloody hell, everything's broken in that one. Poor brakes. We'll do some more brakes on the SUV. I'll just keep going. I could honestly play this game for ages and just not realise how much time I'd spent playing. Oh dear God, look at the colour. Oh, what a hideous colour we've got going on here. You can go on the lifter, right? Since these are lovely quick jobs, I will do the SUV. Honestly, the SUV will be the last one. It was exhaust, wasn't it, on here? How much? Oh crap! I should have probably checked before lifting up. What bits do we need changing on new car? What do we need fixing? Rear muffler. Is that it? Oh yeah. It's just a solid rust. I'm amazed that hasn't fallen off. Oops. Can we get camera? There we go. Rear muffler. Get rid of that. I don't even need to do any screws or any of that. Well, it's going to be a lovely quick 100 XP. Fantastic. Oops, car part shop. Exhaust. We want just a normal rear muffler. We will take that one. And oh crap! Now we fight the camera. There's occasionally just get a little bit fiddly, especially when I'm trying to click on a part that's not there to start with. Assemble that. This is about the easiest money I've made on this game. And yeah, that's done. I will take $400 and 100 XP from you. What's next? What have we got to do? Break discs, all of the pads basically on this car. What engine have you got in this one? Is it the same? It is the same. It's got 4x4 gearbox and stuff. Yeah, I haven't seen one of these yet. We've got the 4x4 gearbox, and of course we've got the driveline going off that way. It's still the same engine. Oh no, wait, is it the R4? Yeah, is the normal one the R4? I can't remember. But yeah, okay, we've got brakes. Unfortunately, not the most interesting ones. I'm gonna put this on the lifter because it just makes it easier for me to scout around for rusty bits from by looking at it from this angle. Right, that side looks like it's got rusty bits. These wheels are not the best for me seeing rusty bits on it. That side looks terrible. That side looks pretty good. Oh no, that looks like it's got a bit of rust. Okay, we're gonna have to take off all the wheels. To be honest, it was 3 sets of pads, wasn't it? So it's going to be yeah, that one there got to come off. It's hard to explain. Again, much like Euro Truck Simulator, it's just an enjoyable, relaxing game to be. But a lot of people will think you're crazy, but it is just an enjoyable, relaxing game to be playing. This one looks like it's got crappy calipers as well. Oh, this is the whole crappy side. This is all the bad bits are on this wheel. We'll get rid of that caliper. Yeah, we'll get rid of you and the brake disc as well. Not going to worry about having a fancy brake disc on that side. That looks rusted. That one looks pretty clean, I think. Oh, don't want to start taking off the suspension bits. We don't need to worry about them at the moment. I haven't had to do major suspension bits. I haven't had to do like these cross members and so on. I've had these bits occasionally had to do. I haven't done. Can't remember. I don't remember having really complex suspension stuff to be doing. Right. So we need 3 sets of pads, a disc, and a caliper. Not quite as quick and easy job as the last one, but still not too bad a thing. 3 ones of them, brake disc, and a caliper. And then everything goes back on the vehicle for another... oh, wait, that's the examine mode. For another relatively easy amount of XP. And then we're halfway to getting towards the next level and getting some more interesting cars available to us to work on, if you like. There are some supercars that I've not even seen them come up in the phone orders, if you like. There's an option on the menu screen at the start. You can have a look at the cars in the game. You could, if you wanted to, you could choose. I haven't explored all of them, but you can sort of in a free roam, free look, if you like, on the vehicles. There's some supercars, there's some muscle cars, I think there's some classic sort of American saloon cars. I'm trying to think of the right words for it. Yeah, there's all sorts of different types of vehicles to have a work on. Right, this thing here is almost done. Was a fairly nice and simple one as well. I'll just see. I will see if there's any exciting jobs. If by some luck I have got a muscle car that is accessible to me. Finished job, 2,600 XP. And have we got a muscle car that we can work on? We do not. No, nothing new for me to work on. They look particularly unhealthy. In fact, this one here looks quite unhealthy as well. Engine oil, running gears, steering. Yeah, we're starting to get onto the jobs now or getting the more complex jobs unlocked. But that is it for some car mechanic simulator. I will get there in the end. I really like this game. I highly, highly recommend it. Even if you have the 2014 version, I think this is a very, very good upgrade. There's plenty more detail to the vehicles. There's plenty of upgrades that you can do over here. There's things to be unlocked. You can own your own cars, and I'm assuming do your own cars up or restore your own vehicles and so on. There's just a lot to be doing on this game, and it's all very well made. I've had no problems with the game running. It runs incredibly smoothly. It's just an enjoyable experience. You couldn't ask for much more from it, in all honesty, other than lots more engines and lots more cars and so on. Yeah, a very, very solid update from the previous game, and I could spend many an hour just tinkering around with various vehicles. But that is it from me, so thank you very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.